I have purchased so many bunny patterns, been a part of bunny pattern tests, and gone over some free Instagram patterns that little disclaimer with these bunnies too. A lot of these patterns include bunny outfits. Some of them have extra accessories. So when I'm gauging the pattern, whether or not it has clothes, I am not taking it into consideration. Personally, I despise crocheting toy clothes. So I do not want to rate or add that to part of my pattern review. I'm just talking about the bunnies themselves here. If they do have any extras, I'm not really going to be hitting on that, even if it is a really cute part of the pattern. Not all of them have clothes. Some of them have multiple pairs of clothes. Since this is a review, I came up with 4 categories to assess each pattern. Cuteness. So how cute is it? Does it work up the way the picture looks? Is it enjoyable? Enjoyable does not mean easy. So when I say enjoyable, they could include sewing. I do happen to enjoy sewing. So my enjoyable category might not be the same as your enjoyable category. Enjoyable for me is visually appealing. Does it look like a good pattern? Are the directions clear? And I gave bonus if there were photos. And is it worth the money? So if it's a free pattern, it is exempt from that category. But there are quite a bit of paid patterns on here, or pattern tests that are still paid patterns that I've been a part of. I did research and I looked up all of the prices to give you guys a gauge. Every pattern just about runs in the $5 area, so I gauged it off of a $5 pattern. Is it marketable? So if you're on my channel, you might be attending markets or selling your crochet plushies at markets or even online, but you still need to know if it's a marketable item, if it's something you should make in mass quantities, if it's something you should continue to create for your business. So those are the 4 categories I'm going to be rating each pattern off of. For a little background, hi, I'm Robin. I run a small crochet business called Sweet Beans Crochet where I make and sell crochet plushies. I happen to have 2 bunnies that are my babies, and those 2 bunnies have inspired my whole business, so my logo is based off of them. I really love crocheting bunnies, and doing extra work to crochet ears does not bother me one bit. It creates a cute bunny in the end, and I'm bunny obsessed. Starting off strong with number 1 is Bean the Bunny. Bean the Bunny is a free Instagram pattern by Nana Crochet and Lil's Lovies, and it is a really easy beginner pattern, and it's no-sew. It's marketable. I would say yes. I sold it for $25 and it took me just about an hour, so I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, she didn't use much materials. She was really cute. You can make her with or without overalls. The next 3 bunnies are actually very similar in style. The round counts are different and technically the bunnies come out looking a little bit different. However, after I've created all 3 of these, and I did find that they were really, really similar, so I lumped them all together. This would just be up to you based on your preferences, like how you choose to categorize them, but they're all standing bunnies, and I think all of the creators gave them clothing. Loretta Loops, Studio Stitch CA, and Am I by Abby. All 3 of those bunny patterns are adorable. I'd say they were 10 out of 10 on cuteness. If that's the style of bunny you're looking for. Enjoyability, I would say it's about an 8. It's pretty enjoyable to make all of these. However, all of them include sewing for the limbs and ears. I believe all of them do. Very clear, a lot of photos in each of those patterns. They're all really similar, so personally I've purchased at this point all of them, and I noticed a pattern. It creates a very similar looking bunny. Studio Stitch CA does make a very large bunny, so she will be bigger. So if you're looking for an extra large bunny, I'd say she's really marketable. It takes me 2 hours and I charge $50 for her. Is my favorite large bunny personally, so I am a bit biased. It was one of the first bunny patterns I ever made. Loretta Loops does turn out a little bit smaller. I charge $35, but those ones still take me an hour and a half to make. Am I by Abby, hers also took an hour and a half, and I charged $35 for that. It is $6.15. That is the best deal out of all 3 of these, and they all come out pretty similar. So if you're looking for price, I'd say it's Am I by Abby, but she doesn't give you as many outfit options if that's something that you're looking for. Pocket Pals by Oak Hill Stitches. I pattern tested for her. I'd say it was a 10 out of 10 on how cute they are. They're really cute. They're pretty small, easy for little hands, baby safe. So I'd say for marketability, it's very high, definitely marketable. Takes me less than 30 minutes it was, and I think I'm going to be charging $8. I tried charging 10 and I couldn't get that personally. I would say it was a 10 out of 10 on enjoyability, really easy, no sew pattern, no eyeballs needed, barely any stuffing, so you can do this with barely anything but yarn. And you're able to buy just her bunny pattern for the $4. So she does have the pattern pack for Pocket Pals where she sells multiple different animals, or you can just purchase the bunny, which is nice that she offers just the bunny by itself for $4. Jasper and Blossom by Straight Up Handmade. This was also a pattern test I was a part of, but it is an adorable jackalope / bunny pattern. It comes with both, so you get both patterns. 10 out of 10 cuteness, so sweet. I love the shape that this makes with her cheeks. She does a really good job at making a uniquely shaped bunny. I really enjoyed that. I'd say 8 out of 10 on enjoyability with actually creating this. You do have to sew on the ears, the arms, and the legs, and the tail, so there's quite a bit of sewing, but it's not anything to deter. When it's such a small, all the limbs are so small, it's so quick to produce them and sew them on. It's really not that big of a deal, but I'd say if you don't enjoy sewing, I mean, personally, it's about an 8 out of 10 to actually crochet. Visually, very pleasing pattern. I love the aesthetic that she creates in the pattern. Very clear directions. She gives you a video on how to do the toe beans, which I think is really helpful. It helped all of us when we were creating it. I'd say for marketability, it took me just about an hour and I was able to charge $25, and it matches all of the other $25 item sizes that I have. So I'd say marketability 100%, $5.50, I believe. So it is right up the alley, especially with it giving you the modification for a jackalope, and it gives you ears up and ears down. So she gives you pretty versatile options for that bunny. I think $5.50 is perfect. Next is the Flower Bunny by Mellow Stitches Co. It's an Etsy pattern with a sitting bunny with a flower on top. I did only make one of these, but I sold it at the first market I brought it to. 10 out of 10 on cuteness, absolutely adorable. Love how mine came out. 8 out of 10 on enjoyability. You do have to sew the flower, limbs, ears, and tail on, so there is quite a bit of sewing, but it is enjoyable. And I think this is very marketable. It's an original bunny. Sitting down with the flower can create a very individual plushie. So I think out of all of these, this one's a pretty unique one to pick up. I sold it for $25 without the flower. So with the flower, you could probably even mark it up more, which I would because you're making the flower too. My favorite make bunny of all time. I'm not even kidding with you. Belle the Bunny is a little snuggler, and she could be a stuffed bunny by Nana Crochet is my favorite bunny pattern. Out of all these, I feel like she's the sweetest with the way she curls up and the way that she can lay down and her size. She's really easy to make, really quick. 10 out of 10 on cuteness, 10 out of 10 of enjoyability. You do have to sew on her limbs and her ears and the tail, but it's really an enjoyable process. They're really tiny limbs, so it's not a bunch of sewing. I adore this pattern. She took me less than 45 minutes, and I was able to I would charge $20 for her, so if you made a bunch of them, you'd be making good money for her. She's also just the cutest. I want a little basket full of bells. So Belle the Bunny is my #1 favorite bunny pattern, along with Crojo Mojo's bunny, which is just called Bun Bun, but she came out with a dual pattern. So there's a boy and a girl, and she gives you the 2 different outfit options. 10 out of 10 on cuteness. You can give them different outfits. You can give them a dress. You can give them like an inner tube, like a floaty. You can give them trunks. You can give the little guy suspenders. Like, it is such a versatile pattern. I charged $45 for mine, and they took me just under 2 hours. Next time I make them, I'd probably just charge more because they flew off. Like, I couldn't even keep them. They were just so valuable at my last market. So the Crojo Mojo pattern is pretty no-sew. You just have to sew on the ears. It was really quick to make, visually really appealing pattern. She gives you very clear directions and lots of photos. $25 on Etsy. I highly recommend that one. I have 2 bunny patterns that I've tried out that could have been user error. I had a couple issues making them, or I just didn't really enjoy the process. I do have a couple notes as to why that was. It could have been my error. These are all just my opinions. So some of these bunnies I enjoyed, you might not enjoy, and some of these that I'm about to tell you that I did not enjoy, you might have great success with them, and they might be your favorite patterns. Take my words with a grain of salt, and please try these patterns for yourself. #1 bunny pattern I will not be creating again is Button the Baby Bunny by Lolly May Crochet. She creates really cute patterns, and I do love all of her designs. I just had a really hard time producing buttons. I ended up gifting it to my sister because I just feel like no matter how I did it, I kept frogging it, and no matter what I did, it just didn't look right. It was really difficult on my brain. It didn't look the same way as hers did. 10 out of 10 on cuteness, and then enjoyability, I'm gonna say 2 out of 10 personally. I just didn't enjoy doing it, so I told myself I wouldn't do it again, and that's where I'm at. But I hope you guys try it out for yourselves anyway, because it is a really affordable pattern. The other pattern, a bunny pattern that I will not be producing or creating anymore after I've done it, is the Lala Cloud Crochet Bunny Loaf, which might be a surprise because my whole logo is the bunny loaf from Lala Cloud Crochet. I absolutely adore her work. I enjoy seeing her pop up on my feed. Love her as a person, also very sweet. I love that I got my logo from her, so go DM her or fill out her form if you want a custom logo. But her bunny loaf pattern, I did not enjoy making. I made it one time and I brought it to market, and I told myself after I did it that I wouldn't be doing it again. And I'm gonna be honest, the only reason why I don't enjoy doing it is because of the ears. That's the only reason. Because at this point I've made so many ears for bunnies in different ways, now I kind of know my favorite way, honestly. I will show you my favorite like ear style in a second, but the bunny loaf is just not my favorite way to make it. So if I'm going to be making 100 of something, I'm not going to be making 100 of those personally. I ended up taking, I think it took me like 45 minutes to make that bunny, and I sold her for $15. So I didn't quite make back, like the profit margin wasn't as strong as with my other makes, and it could have just been because I only made one. So again, take my words with a grain of salt. I don't want to offend anyone. Really just my experience with crochet. So if you have a different experience, that is what we're all here for. Here are some patterns that I want to try badly. I have a couple projects in mind right now that are holding me back from completing these bunnies, but I have purchased these patterns, so I wanted to just go over a couple of them with you. The Marshmallow Bun, which is a free Instagram pattern by Amika Raku. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it is a really cute bunny. It looks like the only thing you have to sew on are the ears and the tail. I'd say depending on how big it comes out, it looks like a good potential $12 to $15 item, and I'm always looking for $12 to $15 items for my table because I struggle to find something that fits in that category. The Crochet Calls bunny. It looks like it makes a medium-sized bunny, and I really do want to make it. It looks really cute, so that is one that is in my pattern to-do list. River. Oh my gosh, I've seen so many adorable rivers pop up. I ended up purchasing the bundle pack, which has the baby river and the big river, and it was $12, so it is pricey, but it looks like you get what you pay for. Absolutely every river that pops out of that pattern looks perfect. So the pattern must be written well, and I'm really looking forward to producing a river. Then Cozy Crochet by Tasha, another bunny pattern. So all of her bunnies are very consistent. They all have a very specific look to them, just like River does. So I'd say if you're looking to individualize yourself or to really make your plushie stand out, Crochet by Tasha has a lot of different character bunny patterns out there. Like she's got the sheriff, she's got the Barbie, she's got the ballerina, she's got Meadow. Like I've seen all of her little bunnies are so sweet, and she's got a very distinct look to her bunnies that no one else has. And hers was the most affordable, actually, $5.88. It looks like it's no-sew, so it's not like a removable outfit. Those are the bane of my existence, because now that I know that I don't like them. Ones that you crochet on the bodies, I'm in love with, and that's her pattern, so I do have it in my to-do crochet list. Then the crochet code AU is the last pattern that is in my to-do list. It is $5.12. It's pretty affordable, and it looks like you only have to sew on the head to the body, so pretty low sew. It's got little bobble legs, and this pattern really stood out to me because it's not a standing bunny like all the other bunnies. It is a like realistic bunny more so. It doesn't have the big back thighs, and it's not like rounded. You don't see much of. And then I just want to show you something really special. I've been a part of a pattern test for Crochet by Callie. She's such an amazing crochet designer, and I'm really grateful that she chose me to pattern test her baby bunny. Let me show you what I made. So this is Crochet by Callie's pattern. As you can see, I could not stop making them. When I first started making it, it took me about 45 minutes to do this, and now that I've made so many, it takes me 35 minutes. Not even, to make one. It is just about 20 rounds, and you do everything all in one. It's no-sew. I love the little legs. They're not bobbles. So I'm really glad that this did not have bubbles, and they have like little bunny legs. As a person with bunnies, this is what their little feet look like. They're little flat feet. So I really do love that as a bunny owner. I'm excited to do custom orders for bunnies using this pattern. It's still in testing, but I'm so excited for the release. I have like not made this many of one plushie in a while, so I was on a little buzz with the buns today. Look at all those buns. Super cute pattern. This one and Belle the Bunny, I'd say, are my absolute favorites with the Crojo Mojo Bunny and Studio Stitch CA. That is my list of that is my top 5 right there. And that can always change. Our favorites can change. This is just my 2024 favorite list of bunnies currently and bunnies I'm looking forward to making. I hope you go and make some of these bunnies. If you're here to market prep, I have a couple other market prep videos you guys can catch up on. I do prep, market, and the breakdown all in one video typically, so you can go catch up with me on there. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye!